What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another episode of our weekly podcast. We are batting practice. We got a good one for you tonight. We're back. I would say we're back on a regularly scheduled night, but we've been kind of all over the place lately. So I don't know if this is a regularly scheduled night. I think it will be in the future, depending on schedules. But we're back recording on Sunday night. We got Sunday night baseball going right now. Uh yeah, we
I
got a good
don't.
one for you. We're
I
talking.
don't either.
Oh, I meant like in general. I do have it on
I
next to
You
me, but
watched
I
the
also meant in
Cardinals game?
general.
You watched the
Dude.
Cardinals?
I kind of need Ryan Helsley to get the save tonight.
Ooh, okay. I mean,
So
implications. That's fair.
Ugh.
That's fair. That's fair.
they do have the Phillies have the bases loaded right now though. And I don't
Yeah,
think
they
there's
do.
anybody out. So it's not
Yeah, they
not
do.
looking pretty, but
You can get a fourth fight into the Brewers series coming up next against the Phillies.
oh,
That's
Ayo.
gonna be a
So
good
it's gonna be some
it
series.
should
hot
be
teams.
That's
should
a
be some
good
good
series.
Hot
baseball.
teams, and someone's gonna go down. Sad because I like both of the teams. But
The Brewers won 6 of 7 games against Chicago teams in a row.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
pretty
That's pretty
sick.
The
good.
White
We
Sox
should
are really bad.
really bad.
So
Mhm.
bad.
Wait, okay. We're not talking about this, but I feel like this needs to be
Yes,
discussed
we
for
are.
a quick second.
We're talking about it. Clearly.
Uh
That is talking about it.
oh man, Stott just singled in. I think it's tied.
Bryson Andrew. That's an Andrew. That's an OG year one podcast and so
That
rare
is a
player.
podcast legend,
Mm-hmm.
But
Bryson
I feel like
Stott.
he hates me. I sold him. Like that's like the
Oh.
worst.
He's doing it out of spite.
Mm-hmm.
That's his
Bryson
Should.
motivation.
Spite.
Should.
Bryson spite.
What are you
But
gonna say, Nash?
in the Brewer game today,
Yes.
the White Sox, who have no ground to stand on because they have what, like 14 wins this year. Tommy Pham got thrown out trying to tag up from third base to home.
Wow.
And it upon replay, it seemed like he ran like into the infield grass, which is what you're not supposed to do. You're supposed to go on the outside, especially because the catcher is there. It kind of looked like he took a route purposefully at William Contreras. Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Tommy Pham is one of the bigger clowns in the MLB.
There we go.
Not to mention his
Um,
error helped us the other game too.
that is true. And Contreras was kind of giving him some crap because of the route that he took, and he was out by like 3 steps. And then Pham was like freaking out and like shadow boxing because he was so mad. He was literally on the infield like what are you gonna do, buddy? So that was kind of funny. The if you listen to the replay too from the White Sox side, their announcers were going nuts and like saying how they're not taking anything from the Brewers and like it's like okay, you announced for the worst team in the MLB, like take a step back. But I thought that was a an interesting situation during today's game. The bad boy Brewers
Boy,
not
Brewers.
backing down, fighting
This is
everybody.
so that this is different though, in that Fam wanted to fight the Brewers, and they were
It's
like,
true.
"Nah, bro, you literally got out. Go back to the bench."
True. That
Um,
is true.
Contreras was blocking home plate, but he already had that. You can't argue that. He had the ball. He was out by 5 steps.
That wasn't close.
Fam slid into him. Was it dirty? Not really. It was a pretty slow slide. Maybe Contreras said something to him. He did a little gesture, but that's about it. That's baseball. That's no more that what Contreras did looking at him. Unless he said something really, really, really bad. But like, do you think he really did in that situation? I
Probably
doubt
not.
it.
Yeah.
Let's assume he didn't. That's the same as like a 5 out of 10 bat flip. That's the same as like a mid bat flip, what Contreras did. What the pitcher celebrated doing all this, what the pitcher did was more egregious than what Contreras did, and Pham just wanted to fight everyone. I think the White Sox announcers have had enough. You've got to cut them some slack. They must be losing their minds down there in the South Side because that team is horrific. And they showed so against the Brewers giving themselves 3 ample chances to win in every single game and coming away short in every single game. So
That's their
I
season.
don't know. Strange, very strange situation. Benches did not clear. Clear
See,
bad boy Brewers.
the thing is though, like, well, so okay, there are two things that you said. One, are we going to talk? I think the Brewers might be the most ready down to fight team this year in baseball. I think they've had the most benches clearing so far this season. Like, and it's the weird thing is,
They're
it's
weird
random
too.
teams.
It's
It's
like
random teams.
Reese Hoskins, first and foremost with McNeil, walked off the field.
Yep.
We had one recently against the Red Sox with, believe it or not, the first base coach, Quentin
Yeah.
Berry.
Yeah.
Now today we have Tommy Pham yelling at Contreras. So there a lot of these bench clearing brawls, none of which have even resulted in brawls. Besides, maybe you can consider
The Uribe.
attempting and missing, and then Siri attempting and missing back to hit each other against the
Yeah.
Rays. But all of these fights, quote unquote, have been pretty lame. So the bad boy Brewers might be putting on this this facade, but they haven't really done anything
Oh, I agree. But like,
besides
why are
win games.
the teams that they're picking fights with? Why those teams?
Red
Like,
Sox, Mets.
I
I
don't
mean,
have.
Mets maybe because Hoskins used to be a
I get
Philly, but
Mets.
like, I mean,
Mets, I understand. Mets is
Rays.
the only
You see
acceptable
the
one.
Rays like once every 4 years, maybe.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Why?
White
Yeah,
Sox.
why
It's
are?
all interleague teams. It's
Yeah,
literally all AL teams. Like
yeah,
we just
Yeah.
hate the AL. We hate
yeah.
the AL.
I mean, we might never make the World Series, so maybe this is the closest we're gonna get. I don't know.
And then you
This is
play
our World Series.
arguably your biggest rival in the Cubs, uh, with especially now with Council, and there's a pretty tame series.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nothing too
Very
crazy.
respectable baseball being played. A couple of good comebacks or slash clutch moments from the Brewers, but nothing in terms of bench clearing brawls. And then they switch over to the AL side of Chicago, and everything breaks loose.
it's weird. I mean, and the thing with AL Chicago, we did remember that we both hate the Cubs more than we hate each other.
That's
So
true.
like we can't get lost
Mhm.
in this. Like, we have to remember, Sox Spurs fans, we have we're almost blood brothers. We
Mhm.
have the sacred alliance that you can't take away from, and we both hate the Cubs so much. It's amazing, and like, we need to remember what we have in common. And yeah, it's weird to see Brewers fight these seemingly random teams, or teams that I would argue we should be bros with. We shouldn't have beef with them. Like, we should be bros.
It's
Yeah.
Pat
Isn't
Murphy
the
effect, baby.
isn't the quote the enemy of my enemy is my friend or something like that?
Yes.
So I feel like we historically have a really great relationship with the Rays and the Red Sox in terms of like
Right.
trades. Like we've
Willie
been known to
Adames.
kind of deal with trades with both of those teams.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really make sense like you're saying.
Yeah. So we're just trying to find enemies out there. I don't know. I don't know.
Seriously.
And the Brewers are probably going to have the most all-stars they've had. I mean, knock on wood. But these players that were like, I feel like we've gone through a couple years where, when we had Josh Hader, Devin Williams, Christian Yelich, that were all performing at a high level, maybe throw in a Woodruff, we were typically sending 4 or 5 guys to a game. Then when your team goes through a bad spell, you're just getting that one minimum guy. But I think this year, you can make the argument we should have another 4 or 5 all-stars. And so yeah, so maybe they're just getting ready for the all-star game, finding the guys that they're gonna have beef with, and I don't know, maybe Brewers. I kind of like the Brewers to down to fight.
I like
You
it
know,
too.
we grew up watching Ned Yost baseball, and that was great.
Passive.
That was fiery. And then we went
Was
through
it?
years of like Ron Renicky. Remember Ron
Passive.
Renicky? Yeah,
Yeah.
just boring managers that were old and not fiery. And Council kind of brought that back, but still didn't have like, I mean, he'll come out and he'll definitely say his piece for sure, but he's still more on the quiet side.
Yep.
And now I feel like Pat Murphy's like it's like he's a Packer. He came from
Yeah.
Green Bay. He was
Yeah.
the lineman coach, and now he's coaching baseball, but
Yeah.
also former Brewer. So I don't know. No, they're
That's
different
fun.
this year. Yeah, they're different this year.
They're
But
ready to fight. I like it.
either way, I keep playing in my champion lineups and they keep winning me money. So
Hey,
yeah,
Whoa. Little brag there.
flex,
yeah.
flex on him.
I'm just trying to transition so I can open these boxes that I forgot. Are we in a bad state of reward boxes where I forget that I have boxes to open?
That doesn't
That
strike your
seems like a you
fancy
problem.
enough to,
Because look,
yeah.
one of them is even a rare box too, I'm
I
pretty sure.
mean, to
Oh.
be honest, I feel like if you
Oops.
don't, they should be like milk. If you don't open them up, they kind of expire or they're just not going to be as good. So I think it's on you. You got to open them when they're fresh. So I
All
think
right. So you think they've expired by now?
I think
You
they
ever
should
seen a
be.
rare
Yeah.
card come out of a box though?
No, I don't believe it. It's not. Yep. See, it's
Imagine.
expired.
$10 market credit. All right.
And you got to
This
rub it.
doesn't
You
have
got
a
to rub it a little
card.
bit. Rub it. Yep. You can rub it.
No, no cards. All right.
Boiled
Dang.
milk.
That's all good. That's all good. We have to do live because I was looking at it last week during the podcast and I have to see if his price has changed at all. It's about where it was last week still.
$61. Wow.
It's
That's
about where it
crazy.
was last week. So
I mean, it helps. There's going to be no new supply added. There's
yeah.
going to be no new auctions. There's going to be no buy nows.
I mean, that's a good way to keep players like for this exact specific example. If a star player gets hurt, don't mint more of him because his price will definitely shrink a little bit. But this will keep
right.
his price up there for sure. That being said, $61 for an Acuna, man. Next year, invest. Too early? Probably too early. We'll see.
Yeah.
I just don't have the confidence. I like not just from a Sorare perspective. I guess I don't know. I like will Acuna have another 40 home run season? I don't know. I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know.
That's the thing
Interesting.
that would hold me back. I think I like to buy injured players, but I don't know, some injuries are just can you come back? Can you be that same guy?
Mhm.
Woodruff will though. Woodruff will be
You
Yeah.
think?
that guy.
And
I have his
Williams.
so rare card.
I do too.
I do have to brag because I have a couple solid teams going this week, but I finished last week in All-Star.
Last.
All-Star, the hardest competition you may want to argue in limited to win. To place top. To place top?
No, it's pro. Objectively,
That's true. That's true. But I would say
it's
from
not easy though.
let me phrase it like this. It's my hardest one to top in because I don't play my best team in it. I think that's the way I was thinking. Yeah.
Fair.
I mean,
Yes.
sure.
That's
Sure.
that's what I meant to say. Because I'm
Yeah,
playing
that's
my
fair.
A team in pro. I'm playing my A1 team in champ and my A2 team in pro. And then I'm also playing some of those A tier cards in rare. All-star. So then I go ahead, if I have a good enough lineup, I might set even a national or an American League lineup before I set that all-star lineup. But either way, last week it was probably the third or fourth lineup limited that I set my all-star lineup, and it placed 41st out of a lot.
Wow.
And that was 6 places. Nosh, unfortunately, I didn't survive that night. It was 6 places out of a tier 1,
Dang, it's
unfortunately.
close. It was close.
Yeah.
Wow.
So reward, we don't need to talk about it.
No, no.
Was it Bellinger?
It was it was close. It was Nico Horner. I think
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Same team.
Yep.
No, for reference, so 254 points was enough to get you 25th place in limited all-star this time around. That same score in pro would get you 50th place. So
Okay,
Wow.
let me correct what I was saying earlier. My lineup that I entered in All-Star should not have scored as many points as it did.
Mm.
And that's why if you are setting your lineup in general and you want the easiest competition to win or have a better chance, I would stick with those, either the league competitions or all-star. Definitely don't go straight into pro. But for that reason, reverse setting your lineups, I put a worse lineup in All-Star because I want my better team to compete in the better competitions. Therefore, I don't know. It still ended up working out, and I got myself a second baseman hitter. It's nice. It's a relief to not get a pitcher, but when I saw that Cubs logo pop up, especially while the Brewers and Cubs series was going on, it was a bit of a gut punch.
So you're gonna sell?
I tried to. He didn't even sell.
Oh man.
I don't even know what a
To be
Nico
fair,
farm would go
I
for.
only listed him at the Sorare. I only looked at the last sold. I didn't look at Sorare data. I didn't look at what his floor price was on Sorare. I only looked at what his last sold was and listed him up right away. So I didn't try terribly, terribly hard, but I also didn't get any offers.
Wow.
Eh,
So I know we haven't discussed this, but I've also listed some cards and they have not been selling. I've been lowest on the market. We have been winning lots of primary credits, which is fantastic. Have those killed the secondary market?
Yes.
they've
I
heard it.
I was
They
gonna
haven't
say maybe
killed it,
not
but
killed
they've
might be a
definitely
little,
heard it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Killed it. Killed it. Yeah, definitely heard it because we've all it seems like in recent times have struggled to sell cards. We talked a little bit about it last week, going with this Dutch auction kind of strategy, but it sounds like all three of us have struggled to sell cards on the secondary market because once you start to build up those market credits, it makes sense. You can get cards on buy now or on auction for much cheaper than what people are listing them for this
So
year's cards, I should say.
logically, should a manager floor be 25% lower than the last auction?
Essentially,
Because
yeah.
theoretically
Think.
that would make it the same
Yeah.
as
Mhm.
buying from because and the thing is I'm guilty of this. I'm complaining about the lack of secondary market, but when I bought my Jose Siri, I bought them from Sorare because it was cheaper with my
Mhm.
market credit than
Right.
buying the floor price, even though the floor price was less than the buy it now price.
Mhm.
So I guess maybe that's it. Maybe you actually do need to actually set it 25% below the auction level because that is with the credits. That's the if we're doing economics, that's what it should be at.
Right.
Mhm.
Now, with the introduction of Essence into boxes,
Heyo.
might be
Don't
less
know what that
market
is.
credit going
We
out.
don't know what that is.
Not yet, not yet. It's
Less
not the
market
Euros
credit.
yet. It's not the Euros yet.
You're
The
right.
Copa America.
Oh, okay. I think we should also quickly discuss since we do partake in soccer on Silver. The Champions League
Partake.
final happened,
Heyo.
and lo and behold, shock to everyone who watches soccer, Real Madrid beat Dortmund 2-0.
Yeah.
This is
With
a post
former
as well.
Dortmund player Jude Bellingham.
Yep.
Crazy.
Well,
No one
okay.
expected anything else. It's
Nope.
okay.
I won't ask about the game because what happened is what everyone kind of expected to happen. But did you see Jude Bellingham's interview where he was claiming that nobody ever believed in him when he was like kind of a wonder kid? So like everybody kind of believed in him. It was kind of a weird route to go. Like everyone was kind of like, yeah, you're really good and going to be good. And he was like, nobody ever believed in me. It's like, I don't know about that, buddy.
Hmm.
Well, it's time to start believing in him.
Yeah, I guess so.
Is
You
it
Said no
haven't
he's
one ever
believed
because
him
they
in
already
at
believed
this
in him.
point. I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
That's true. It's a weird flex to be like, people have been telling me like I have been super amazing. I've been really touted, but I just always consider myself have a chip on the shoulder. I don't know, maybe his like algorithm for social media, because I assume, being
Oh,
20,
he's got to
maybe he
That's
get those
just
true.
hashtags in the
maybe
interview.
maybe the haters are just flooding his maybe he only sees the hate. Who knows?
It's
Maybe
true.
like Gen Z and beyond now will like automatically incorporate social media SEO into their everyday discourse. Like they're automatically going to be like talking and then just throw in like I don't know, what's popular nowadays? Livy Dunn. They're going to be like, oh, blah, 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 hashtag Livy Dunn. They got it like, because then once someone says Livy Dunn, the whole room will perk up. It'll be like search engine optimization, but in real life.
There you go.
And people will be
Whoa.
like, "What? Livy Dunn? Livy Dunn?
It's
Paul
like
Skeens?
clickbait.
Paul Skeens? Livy Dunn?"
Clickbait in real life.
Yeah,
Re-
exactly.
This
So
episode is
Jude
now going to
Bellingham
be
is
the
part of
highest
that.
ranking one.
Exactly. So Jude Bellingham, all he has to do is just appeal like to the younger generation.
Donald Trump
He
verdict.
should have he should have added speed.
Israel.
Yeah.
Gaza. I'm just saying popular words now.
Well, now you might get a I don't know, because those like are towing the line of getting explicit logos.
That's true. That's true.
We don't want that
Mm.
square E.
That is true.
We're trying to apply to everyone by talking about just baseball.
It's
And
true.
how was your guys' so rare weekends? I already bragged about my team and opened up some boxes, and we haven't even talked about your guys.
It's been great. Ketel Marte.
Great.
Fresh.
Oh, Ketel Marte with the
I won.
two
I
home
won
run
him.
day today.
I won him, and
Wait, you won
he
him
went.
too?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So we've
Yeah.
each won. Nosh. All right, you got to complete the Ketel Marte.
I gotta win a Ketel Marte.
You have to.
And he went right into my lineup. So
There you
now
go.
I think we said it before. Did not plan to do the monthly competition. Doing that U25, that's a little bit of a stretch. I'm not gonna go out and get 5 brand new. I don't think. See again, because like I think the value in so rare. This applies to both basketball, football, and baseball. Are going to be your older players. People just overlook them. Not as fun. Maybe that it's a little less careers. However, they score the same. Tony Kroos, he's retired now, but he's great.
Is he retired?
True.
I don't know. Carry on.
MLS, here we come.
Hurry up.
Mine was mediocre. My champ, I could not win money in champ. At the beginning of the season, I had a lot of luck, and now I like middle of the road, and I can't score higher than that. You know who my worst player in champ has been, which is very surprising?
Not
It's
Nolan Arenado.
Spencer Torkelson.
Oh no!
He's
Oh
been
no!
horrible.
Oh
Like one of
no!
the
Sell,
worst.
sell, 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 sell.
What?
Sell,
No, bad taste.
He did
sell,
not get DFA'd. No shot.
sell, 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 sell,
There's no
sell,
shot they sent
sell,
it down.
sell. I can't find it. He got sent to AAA today.
He did
Wow.
41 minutes
Deserved.
ago.
Yep.
Deserved because he's been absolutely off.
Not good this year.
I did not see that regression happening.
Now is definitely
let's
the
see
worst
here.
time to sell him. So you should probably keep him. Kind of like selling Manoa after he
You never sell Manoa.
whatever he did last year went to rookie ball.
That's
and now he's
amazing.
hurt. It's so unfortunate because he started to find his stroke again, and now he's kind of hurt.
That's just kind of the arc of Alec Manoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Torkelson is hitting 201 so far to start the year. 16 walks to 56 strikeouts.
Yikes. Only
Not really the ratio that
only
you're looking
what?
for
2
there.
home runs too, I believe.
Yeah.
Wow.
To be fair, he was never like amazing. He had an okay year last year.
He was a high prospect.
Yes, very high. And his rookie season wasn't that great. His second year season wasn't that great, and he's still not doing that great. So him and Brett Beatty bust.
Brett Beatty also getting sent down. Yeah.
They'll be playing each other in AAA. So
There you go. There you
Jackson
go.
Holiday.
Oh, too early for Jackson Holiday. Give him a chance. Give the kid a chance.
Say it's too early for Brett Beatty and Torkelson too. Then
That is
Right.
true.
Spencer Torkelson is 24 years old.
That is true. He'll figure it out.
Beatty's like
I
23.
believe.
Isn't he?
If half my freaking champ lineup wasn't on the 75 million year IL, then I'd be okay. But I'm forced to play him because everyone else is hurt.
I think there's only a 60-day deal, Nashi.
Mhm.
I know. I'm over exaggerating.
No, I know. I'm just teasing you.
Either
Oh,
way.
okay. I have a fun
Okay.
story before we jump into what we're going to talk about.
Fun story before we jump into stories.
Fun story.
All
Fun
right.
story before
Fun
fun
story
story.
before the story.
You know,
So
you
this-
you don't need. I think this is something that we all fall victim to in the podcast, and it's funny because I'm saying this live now. We don't need to like foreshadow or obfuscate what we're talking about in the future because it's literally in the title as I upload the video.
That is true. That is true.
So,
We,
what are we talking? What are we
dude,
talking?
it's so rare. It's so rare drills that into us. They do it, so then we do it too.
We gotta keep it obscure.
The cliffhangers.
I think the cliffhangers are great. I think we keep
Yeah.
doing them.
Yeah, until I put it in the title when I upload the podcast.
Yeah,
But you don't
whatever. Who
know. But
reads
you don't know.
titles? People don't read
Yeah.
titles.
All right, what do you?
All right. So me and some friends. I'll shout out Anthony because I know he's
You
listening.
have friends?
Shockingly.
Cool.
We went down to Illinois and played some golf yesterday. It like
Where's the
kind of
invite?
it kind of poured. Okay, we already had a foursome. Sorry. It also you didn't want to be there because it like it kind of poured the whole time. It was very wet.
Yeah,
Very
you
wet
deserved
round
it.
of golf.
That's why it was
okay.
raining yesterday. It's
But
your fault.
part of the appeal to doing so was that sports betting is legal in Illinois. So while we were also golfing, we were putting some sports bets down on the UFC event last night. And
Oh,
I blindly followed Anthony's 9-leg parlay. It went 8 for 9.
Oh wow.
We needed one. It was one more. The one leg that did not hit was for the fight to start the second round, and the guy submitted the other guy in the first round because he broke his arm.
Oh yeah. I saw
Shout out
a
Kev
video of
Holland,
that on
Kevin
Twitter
Holland.
and I didn't watch it fully because I knew what was going to happen once I saw
Yep,
him get in that position.
watched it live, and that's why I lost out on $700.
You watched it live.
$700?
700.
It was a $30 bet to win 700.
Oh man, we're gonna have such a good podcast after we get back from the blackjack tables in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was
Oh my
thinking the
God.
same thing. But yeah, that was the only thing that missed was because another dude broke another dude's arm. But shout out Anthony. He almost led me to the promised land.
Wow. What'd you put down?
Just 30.
$30 for 700.
That's a big banger. That's a limited Sorare card.
I
That's a
know.
limited tier 2 in
I
season.
know. Oh well. You win some, you lose a lot. Don't gamble, kids.
I mean, that's what Sorare is, right?
Yeah, it's kind of true. You're kind of right.
But it's funny. I know we're switching from away from Sorare, but what you said though about in season being harder, it is. Like I haven't won cash either in quite a while. I mean, it makes sense. There's just more cards minted. There's more people entering it, and the
Right.
people that are entering it probably are using better. Like I'm entering a better lineup than I was at the start of the season. So just a bar to win is just so much higher.
Right.
I haven't found it yet, so I'll let you know when I do. But
Exactly.
yeah, I'm in your camp. I'm pitchforks coming out. I want my money. Money.
Money, money, money.
Well, I'm on pace to win $5 this week in champion, so
Heck yeah.
unless I
Love
drop
that.
40 spots after the night game is over, which would be an incredible
That'd be crazy.
not so
There's not that many stacks out there.
I will take my my Sandlot podium.
Sandlot
Oh, it's
podium.
like 140th in champion.
I'm gonna Sandlot podium one day. I just know it.
I did. I did.
I can't believe
Best
that.
finish ever by accident. Anyways, I think that's enough so rare that we've talked about. We've exhausted it. No new updates this week. Euros start in 2 weeks, so we'll start seeing that essence drop. But no, we're gonna stay on the baseball track, but we're gonna talk about some sort of different baseball in that it's baseball from our own lives and not
Ooh.
Major League Baseball. What? Wait, don't click away yet. Just because there's no fantasy aspect involved doesn't mean it's not going to be fun, right? Trust me, we have some good stories from you guys from our Little League days, and we haven't ever talked really. We've definitely mentioned about Little League and playing and stuff like that, but we haven't just brought up some fun things that happened because we played in the same league for a few years, and Andrew played in a different league that kind of merged with our league, and they were kind of the same league, and I don't entirely remember what was up, but we also played against you guys too sometimes. I don't entirely remember, but we got some good stories for you guys. Let us know in the comment section on YouTube or I guess on Twitter too. What was Little League like for you guys? Because it's been 20 years plus for us now since we started. And
That's
yeah, is that weird?
terrifying.
Well, I mean, so like 20 years ago, Andrew and I were 7, 8 years old. What were we playing at 7 and 8?
That's
Because
Is
our
that
cousin, who's
coach pitch?
9, is doing kid pitch first year,
Yeah, it's gonna be
right?
coach pitch, right? Pitching machine.
So I
no, I
think
think
coach
pitching machine
pitching
was,
machine, yeah, pitching machine maybe.
but I think when you turn 8, I think that's when you start kid pitch. I think.
You turn 8? Were we pitching at 8?
Yeah, because we went to state, and I think that was U8 or U9, and we were pitching.
That's
Oh.
crazy. You went
Yeah.
to state at U13.
It was twice.
Yes. It
You're
was
s-
it was
you're-
like U11 and U13.
No,
Or
I
like
think it was
U11 and
U9
U12.
and U12.
No.
Yeah,
No.
Josh, you
You
don't
went to
remember your own
state.
life. Get out of
Oh,
here.
wait.
Okay, wait. How old are the kids in the Little League World Series?
They're like 11 and 12.
Yeah.
Are they really that old?
Yeah. 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 You were
They-
older, trust me, because I was older.
They hit
10,
dingers,
okay,
Josh.
10 to 12. 10 to 12.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a year. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Maybe
fair
someone
enough.
had 12 because of COVID year. Can you take a COVID year? Can you redshirt?
That's
Can you
true.
redshirt
That's
Little League?
true.
It's like in Benchwarmers, Carlos.
It depends.
He
It
writes
depends
yeah.
if your
I am
league
12.
accepts NIL deals or not.
Oh,
They should.
Yeah.
let's see some ads on these kids' jerseys this year. What do we think?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, well,
DraftKings right
We were
across
just
the chest
talking.
on a 10-year-old's jersey. That'd be awesome.
5 months from now, man, I followed my friend's or I guess it'd be like 2 months from now. My friend Anthony's advice and my parlay for the Little League World Series. I hit
Yes.
8 out of 9 parlays for these 12-year-olds striking out.
Let's do it. Come on.
I could have
Let
won
me bet on the Little Leagues.
$7,000.
Okay. All right. Honor, I don't know if you have it ready, Josh, but if not, I'm doing my own right now. Little
Let's
League
hear
World
it.
Series, ride or fade?
Whoa.
Oh.
I ride it because it's just something else. Okay.
All right, I'm going to be neutral.
This is a terrible reason to ride it because I was literally going to say it's something else to have on TV. But the time of day kind of sucks because it's usually during the day. It's harder to watch, but it's fun. You can't say it's not fun. If you're a hater and say that it's not fun, then you're just a straight up hater. Yeah. I will say though, look at some of these kids' arm actions and velocities, and we're out here looking at the pitch clock and blaming that on UCL injuries. And we're
True.
watching these 11-year-olds and like, yeah, this is fun. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not the pitch clock's fault. Let's chill.
Nah.
Also, RAP 2 more Orioles pitchers
Oh,
to UCL injuries. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. But anyways, quick, we don't need to get into it. I'll ride the Little League World Series.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like
Yeah.
that's a pretty like general ride. I feel like most of the
fading.
really, I feel like a
Whoa.
lot of people
Go
are
ahead.
really into it.
Yeah.
I think if you're a grown adult and you don't have a kid that's playing Little League, I think it's really weird that you watch the Little League World Series. I really that's my honest
Let
take.
me actually one step above you
All right,
and
do it.
call you weird for thinking it's weird because you went there and
Oh.
thought that it was weird. I'm just trying to watch some baseball, dude.
Yeah,
There's
that's true.
fun
That's
stuff
true.
going on in the stands. There's fun interviews happening. There's fun like you can watch all the idiots sliding down the
There is,
grass
they
and
do a lot
outfield.
of like not behind the scenes, but like
Okay.
off the field stuff too.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it
It's a
weird
show.
if an
It's good.
adult watches kids shows? Kids TV.
Mm. If we're talking like, because you could say like SpongeBob, I don't think that's weird.
No, child actors. Child actors.
Oh, like if I were to put on like Disney Channel.
Yeah, right now. Yeah. Is that weird?
I
I
feel like
don't
we're gonna
think
go down a really
weird is the-
slippery,
yeah, this is
slippery
not.
slope.
I don't think we want to go
slippery
down this
slope.
path. I
Slippery
just
slope.
finished watching Quiet on Set documentary. Highly recommend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, but this is a bad thing to go down. All I'm saying is if you're a 45-year-old dude sitting in your basement and you're watching the Little League World Series, okay, maybe that's a bit weird. If I am a 27-year-old guy on my computer and there's nothing else on at 3 a.m. in the afternoon and I throw on ESPN and the Little League World Series on, that's not weird.
It's true. I can get behind that. I respect that.
I don't know.
What do you want me to watch? A soap opera? Like a man? Like a grown adult?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Watch Wheel of Fortune. I don't know.
I do. It's just on later.
That is, yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah. The
Uh,
Wheel. Or
well,
watch The View. I don't know.
also, we've have been talking about, we all played in Little League, so we have that connection. And
That
like
is
we
true.
said, Nosh, you could start off here with your story because I assume it's involving this, but you actually went the furthest of all of us in terms of Little League, and we're very, very close. I remember to this date how that game ended, but you were very close to making it to not the Little League World Series, but the step before the Little League World Series,
Hmm.
like the
Yep.
state
Regional
regionals.
tournament.
Yes, which was like Wisconsin, Minnesota, Illinois, Indiana, I think, Great Lakes,
Yep.
something
The
like
Great
that.
Lakes
Yeah.
region. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have two. My other story's like is a shorter one, so I'll save that one. But yeah. So for those who don't know out there, like through Little League, you play like I guess you could call it like the regular season, and then based on some of that, you can get nominated. I think is how they did it for the All-Star team, and then that All-Star team would like travel around and play in tournaments and we qualified for state, which was pretty awesome. I was the pitcher who closed out the game to go to state. So that was definitely like my most fond memory of Little League was the getting dogpiled. That was a good time. Uh,
Oh, we're gonna have to find a picture
there's yeah, I was gonna
for a
say
future podcast
there's got to be a
of
picture out there
State Nosh.
somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's bad. I mean, it's good, but it's bad.
Um, yeah, we bleached our hair. But yeah, we in the state tournament, we actually played really well, and we ended up being one game away from winning state and advancing to the regional tournament, which Jacob was saying is one step before the Little League World Series. The game ended on a bunt on by our team, which the umpire ruled the player's foot was out of the box when he bunted the ball. We wouldn't have guaranteed one if that wasn't called, but it was looking good for us. And yeah, that was a very questionable decision to decide the game. I don't think he was out of the box, but we don't have to go down that road. But yeah, that was definitely my best memory from Little League for sure. It was a lot of fun. There's nothing better than like getting to stay in a hotel with a bunch of your teammates, friends,
Right?
getting to play some ball. It was a good time. And your family, of course.
Right? Yeah, that was a good time. Appleton, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Ride or fade. Just kidding.
Right.
We've all been to Appleton plenty of times. Andrew, you probably the most.
Well,
Yeah.
But
yeah. Fun fact.
that
Did you know that's where the opposing teams that play the Green Bay Packers, they have to stay in Appleton the night before the game. That's where they stay. Tom Brady's been to
Yeah.
Appleton.
Hell
Good
yeah.
old Appleton, Wisconsin. Yeah. But anyways, I was at that game, obviously in the stands. No one in the stands thought his foot was there either. Granted, no one was looking at his foot while he was bunting. What a terrible way for a kid's game to end.
Seriously.
It's one of those things where it's like if it were the MLB and we had replays of every angle, we could go back and be like, yeah, sure, maybe his foot was out of the box, but we don't. And then it's also one of those things if we had a million angles, we could look at it and say, yeah, sure, his foot was out of the box, and it was. It's still a stupid rule because it didn't affect the play whatsoever.
Right.
So either way, yeah, good, bad story. Good, bad story there. But it was fun also as a spectator too. And also, when you guys were like warming up and practicing and stuff, me and some of the older kids would go onto the empty fields and just mess around. That was
Heck yeah.
also great. Yeah. Yeah. I remember specifically, this is, man, let's see. So this is, what year do you think that was, Nash? You were
I think it
10,
was
11, maybe?
2009.
That's what I was thinking too. And I remember talking with these older kids of your teammates about Bryce Harper,
Oh.
who was a rookie in 2012. This was
Yeah.
3 years before he had made it to the major leagues. I think he was still in high school even.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I remember talking about Bryce Harper with
That's
how,
crazy.
yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, Bryce has pretty much lived up to the hype.
Yeah. He's one of those rare few that like
Mm-hmm.
was highly regarded from like age 16
Mm-hmm.
and actually lived up to it. You see a
Mm-hmm.
lot of these young guys who are highly touted not live up to their expectation, but he's pretty much done it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lewis Brinson.
So, yeah.
Who?
Lewis
Oh God.
Lewis who?
Brinson.
That's a name.
Good.
That
That's
is
an
a name.
immaculate grid pull right there. Brewers
Yeah.
Marlins. Brewers Marlins.
Brewers
Um,
Astros too, was it? Astros?
Yeah.
Maybe not. No, I don't remember.
but anyways, Nash, you said you had a short story.
Yeah, this is a shorter story. So on a different baseball team, so you had your Little League team, you had the All-Star team, which was associated with the Little League team, and then we had a different travel team called the Bombers. And one of the guys that I played Bombers with throughout my whole childhood, his name was Cole. Shout out Cole. Him and his
Also, the
dad.
one who was bunting,
No, it was.
right? Oh no,
I
he was in
think
the
it
on
was
deck
Paul.
circle.
It was
I think he was in the on deck
Paul.
circle.
Paul Johnson was the one who
Okay,
was
okay, yeah.
bunting. But
You're
yeah,
right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
but so yeah, so every time we would play in a tournament, most of the tournaments were Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that kind of thing. Cole and his dad would cook up sunflower seed flavors together, like in their kitchen. They would like roast the sunflower seeds and like make different flavors. And then he would bring these bags of sunflower seeds, not labeled, like literally Ziploc bags. And we would try out the different flavors him and his dad would make at these tournaments. Keep in mind, this is when we were 12, 13, 14, but before high school. So we were just kids. To this day, Cole, the guy who's making sunflower seeds, owns his own sunflower seed company.
Wait, what?
Yes, is famous on TikTok.
Wait, have
Wait,
I seen
that's
him on
him? Wait, that
Instagram
one?
before?
Yes,
Wait, what's his?
crack. Um, uh,
Wait,
I want to
here.
say Kraken, but it's not. It's
Wait, that's your friend?
yeah. So
Dang,
I
that
I was like I was like the original taste tester to the sunflower seeds, and now it's
Yeah,
wow.
a
yeah, yeah. Here it
well
is.
known
He's 112,000
Smacking.
Smackin'.
followers.
Smacking.
Yeah,
Oh
Smackin'.
my
Shout
God,
out
Shout
to
out
yeah.
to
Smackin'
Smacking.
sunflower seeds.
Sponsor
Yep.
us. Sponsor us, Smacking.
Oh my
Right.
God, there he is.
Yep. Shout out Cole.
That's so funny.
That's my
Wow.
I've seen these videos. I've seen them just pop up on my
Yeah,
feed.
it popped
Yeah.
up once and I was like, "Oh my God, he actually did it." Because he would, I mean, even when he was 12, 13 years old making
This is
these,
so.
he would talk about how he wanted to do this and he wanted to own his own sunflower
Wow.
seed company and now he does.
That's
So you
awesome.
can
Let's
say you
go.
can say that I was the guy
You
that
were product
tested him out.
development and
I was a
research.
product
Yeah.
developer. Yep,
It's
exactly.
way more
R&D.
impressive than Bryce Harper. This dude followed through
Honestly,
from
yeah.
his
He
kid
did.
Hmm.
to the
He did.
adult. Forget Bryce. I'm all
Hmm.
about Cole. That's cool.
Heck yeah. Shout out
That's a
Cole.
story. That's a
I
story.
know. There you
Have you
go.
tried them?
I've not. I've been meaning to. The
Ooh.
churro flavor sounds really good.
Yeah.
Oh, they got
Yeah.
Cheddar
some sweet
jalapeno.
ones.
Oh
There's a
man.
All right,
Parmesan
I
garlic
think
one.
we our next good and plenty licorice
Ooh, we'll order some
podcast
smacking sunflower
food
seeds.
live food tasting has to be some sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
We
I
could
like
do
it.
a live sunflower seed tier list
Bachelor party
where we
sunflower seeds.
actually eat them and then rank them on tier lists.
Should we? Yeah. We
Ooh.
could get some dip.
Some David's regular, some dill pickle.
I like it.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah.
So I have a very short story too from Little League that involves another dad, and it actually involves someone's dad on this podcast.
It's gotta be my dad.
Not
Oh.
mine, and it's not Nosh's because we have the same dad. No,
Oh,
it's
that's how it
Andrew's
works.
dad. And your dad was the coach of it was kid pitch at the time. So we were probably 10, 11 years old. We were on the same team. You had not, I don't remember if you moved to Northwest before North
Hmm.
Central, if we combined. So I don't remember. But either way, we were on the same team. Your dad was a first base coach at the time. We were the A's. We were the Oakland Athletics.
Yeah,
Hey,
we
shout
were.
out.
Yeah. And this we were a very progressive league at the time, so shout out to us. We had both guys and girls on the team. Each team had like a few girls on it that wanted to play baseball. And sure enough, we had one. And I remember like we'd always root for her when she was coming up to bat because it's like we were all the
It's your
guys.
teammate.
It was like she was the one who was dealing with all of us.
True.
And we were probably the ones bullying her back in the day. Not like actually, but you know what I mean. Like, so shout out to her for like sticking with baseball and dealing with all these guys, messing with her. But she fouled off a pitch from a boy, and it's going down the first base line, and first base coach, Mo is there in the first base, and he's just standing there. He doesn't know what to do. He's in the first base coach box, and he's just looking at it, and it's going right at him. And the first baseman runs into your dad. Nothing happens, doesn't knock him over. We're all good. Everyone's fine, no injuries. But our poor girl that was at the bat got called out
Yep.
because
I
of
remember this
interference
now.
on your
Oh
I
my
dad.
remember
God.
that.
This was
Oh
Yeah.
at
my,
yeah.
no way.
This was
Yeah.
at what was that one? There was the field with the fences. They're kind of overgrown now.
Schenecker?
Schenecker, yeah, it was at Schenecker
Wow.
Field. Yep.
Wow, that's amazing.
So I will never to this day forget Jessica popping out down the first base line and your dad getting her out as the first baseman ran into him.
Oh, that's funny. I don't know if I've ever
So
heard. I don't know if
that's
I remember that. That's
that's one
so
of
funny.
my favorite little league stories I have.
That's awesome.
I would say another quick one, I guess, would just be this was also on my version of our traveling team. It was before the Milwaukee Bombers were the Milwaukee Bombers. We were the Milwaukee Tigers.
Mhm.
Why? I don't know. But there was this one field that we would go and play at where it was like, I think it was in Germantown, and it was pretty close to a bunch of pine trees. So in between games, us and another team would go into these pine trees and like just start throwing pine cones at each other like a snowball fight. And we had a pine cone fight
Nice.
with one of the other teams. And I remember, I'll also never forget Germantown, that tournament, because we would go and have pine cone fights with the other team. We also, um, pretty sure I was not a part of the pitching staff that day, but we threw a combined no hitter in one of
Oh,
those Germantown tournaments too.
wow.
Yeah, which we were totally unaware of until it was brought up to us after the game by our coach. We didn't care at all. We just wanted to win the game. And it was like, oh yeah, also you guys didn't give up a hit. So yeah,
There you
pine
go.
cone fights and foul outs,
Wow.
dad interference are my little league stories. Those are the ones I mean, there's plenty. We'll have to do this again on another podcast because there's so many
Reoccurring
more.
segment.
Yeah. But
There's
Andrew,
so
I feel
many.
like what is something that when you hear Little League and don't think about the weirdos watching it on ESPN in their basement, come us. What's something that comes to mind when we're talking about
Wait.
your Little League experience? Or is that it?
I was
Oh, no, wait a second.
I was gonna
Wait,
say
whoa,
I was
whoa.
gonna say
Or do we
something,
need
and then I was like, I'm not
we
gonna even
need
go
batting
there.
practice after dark?
But maybe it's weirder if they're actually in the park watching it in person. But I don't know.
Oh,
That's
Oh, I don't
true.
know. I'm
That's
not going there.
way worse. I would argue that's way worse.
All right. Well,
This
unlike
podcast,
you
man.
all, I was not a talented little leaguer. I was all right, but not very good. Um, but anywho, my team, I only got to play on like the normal little league teams. But some of my favorite memories though are so in little league, you very rarely do kids actually hit it to the outfield. Unlike rec softball I play now, then the outfield is probably the most important in like bar league softball. But in little league, outfield is just unless you're playing on a very competitive league or like, but very, very few balls are actually getting hit to the outfield. And even if they are, the kids aren't going to catch them anyway. And probably the least important position on the diamond are right fielders. Because unless there's just a team with lots of lefties, the balls. So whatever kid just wasn't the greatest or just wasn't interested in, you'd always put them in right field.
Stick them in right.
And I will never forget to this day. It was a very cold, I think early April game, and we were out in the outfield. I was maybe playing center. Again, not a very good kid. They put me in the outfield, makes sense. But I look over and my right fielder is eating grass. Literally eating grass like a
What?
cow, like a cow.
What?
This kid was must have been hungry. Because again, Little League games are at night. It's after school. You can't interrupt it. There's no day games in Little League unless you're playing weekend tournaments like you two. But yeah, they're all at night. And this kid was eating grass. I
There's
was like,
no
that's
way.
the strangest thing I've ever seen
That's
to
like
this day.
if you were like Chat GBT, write a joke about like for my movie so I can film a little leaguer in the outfielder, be like, ha, make him eat grass. That's funny.
Yeah. It's like a deleted scene
Like,
from the bench warmers. Like it
yeah,
should be it should
It
be in the
is.
I
bench
can't
warmers.
believe that
It is.
actually happened.
It did. It did. And it was, of course, is the kid in right field because that's where you put the kid that doesn't either want to be there or doesn't like have that much interest or just isn't that
Yeah.
good. That's
I
your
mean,
kids, you don't kind of figure it out eventually. But yeah,
We
it was amazing.
did
we
he?
won't name names, but do you remember who this person is?
No, I don't
No?
recall his name.
Okay.
Um I don't think he didn't attend the games regularly either. That
Sure.
also doesn't help. You're a kid, you're only coming to some of the
They
games.
were always kids like that,
Yep.
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 But yeah, my guy, but I'll never forget.
So,
He
do
literally
you
ate grass.
remember? Did he go back for seconds? Like, was this just I'm gonna see what this one piece of blade looks like because I've never done this in my life, so now's the time? Or is he like, yeah, I'm hungry?
I think I do recall he did sample it a little bit first, and I think he
And
liked
then
what he
he's like,
tasted.
yeah, I'm good.
Oh
He
my
liked what he
God.
tasted.
So
So
let me
Jeez.
go ahead and get that, chef.
I
That's
don't know. I
wild.
mean, to be honest, for most little league teams, you could probably replace the right fielder with the actual goat, and you probably would have the same
Yeah,
results.
it's
You
very
probably don't
true.
need a right fielder in little league.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
It's
but
true.
it's
Mhm.
it's it's hilarious. Right field little league that should be a thing. If not making it a thing, don't even need right fielders. But maybe if there's more lefties out there, shout out to all the lefties or switch hitters. If you're a switch, that's motivate your kid to be a switch hitter. Just hit it to the right fielder. They're probably
Just
not going to
like
catch it.
once they're born, just like start like give them like something to grip on and then change their grip like every
Right.
5 minutes. Just like change it to the other side, then just like change it, change it. Easy. It's like genetically engineering once your kid's already alive.
It's like talking different languages when a kid's young so that
Hmm.
they'll be bilingual. Same idea. Just teach them with both hands.
There we go. Yeah. Shout out to the kid that ate grass. I will never forget
That's
it. I
incredible.
don't really remember much. We could definitely do the series again. I'd actually have to think about a real actual baseball story. But yeah, you never forget the kid that ate grass.
You can't.
That's incredible. You
Yeah.
know, it's kind of like a running joke, like especially in Little League, like, oh, the bad kids in right field and they're picking flowers. That's a whole nother step above like picking dandelions in the outfield. Like eating it too is another level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're probably a little hungry.
Yeah, fair
Oh,
enough. Fair enough. Dude, shout out the concession stand at where we used to play. That was
Schenecker
always
didn't have
a
one,
treat. I
that's
know.
right?
so like we talked about this during our MLB food tier list, and you guys were hating on popcorn just a little bit.
Yeah, we were.
And
Yeah.
that's the kind of popcorn that I'm thinking of. Comes in a little bag like this much and get about 17 pieces of popcorn, and then you have to go and refill it. That's the kind of popcorn that's like, I don't need. I can leave it. I'll fade it.
Hmm. Yeah, we
So,
might have to do a
but
little league
that
food
being
list.
said,
There you go.
man, a good concession stand, hot dog at a little league game, some double bubble gum for 25 cents
Yeah,
for four of
double
them or
bubble.
whatever it used to
But
be, something crazy like that.
it's actual S tier. I don't know if I can, maybe if I describe it, you guys can remember the name of it. It
Ooh.
was the gum that rolled out like a tape dispenser,
Oh,
and that is an S tier for me.
yeah. What?
Hubba Bubba Max?
No, no, no.
No, it looks like it came out of a tape dispenser, but it's
It's
gum.
Hubba Bubba.
Hubba
It is
Bubba?
Hubba Bubba.
Yeah.
It is. Yep.
Dang. Shout out. Did
That
they
Yeah.
even
stuff
make it
was
in that way?
Because Double Bubble and Hubba Bubba were different.
Hubba Bubba bubble
Yes.
tape. Walgreens,
Mhm.
$2.49 for a 2-ounce container.
It still exists. Oh man, we're gonna
Still
have to do
out
so
there.
many tier lists. We're gonna have to do Little League concession stand tier lists. That's
Yes,
what we're
we
gonna have to
are.
do.
Dude,
All
Hubba
right,
Bubba
I
was
know what we're
great.
doing next week.
Big League Chew was also great.
Oh, shoot. That's up
All
there for
right,
me too. Dang.
on my
Kinda
off
okay.
day this
Kind
week,
of messed up.
I'm gonna make a new tier list.
Kind of messed up when you think about it. It's like candy cigarettes. Like you're turning like fake chewing tobacco into gum, but it was so good. It was so good. And you'd like take a wad and like
Do you dip
we're
it?
we're like literally like 10 years old, like pretending like we're chewing tobacco. It's so messed up.
Mhm.
Man,
Trying
no
to like
wonder kids chew
chew.
tobacco now.
Do you think
Yeah, they
okay,
do.
Big League
Do
Chew
they?
is definitely still a thing, but I'm a
Yes.
little surprised that it hasn't been canceled. Because I feel like candy cigarettes kind of got canceled.
Yeah, but like smoking cigarettes is not cool. Doing dip is cool.
It's true.
I don't know.
It's
That might
true.
be. I don't know. Vaping is cool. I think vaping
Ooh,
is. Yeah. Where are we going with this podcast? We need to end
dude,
this. Should we do a
I don't know.
pickle?
get
Should we
the
do a
pickle
Yeah,
pickle?
going.
we need a
Yeah.
pickle. But fun fact, but while we do this, the
Dex.
a lot of those, I think, baseball products were invented so that major leaguers would stop using tobacco and would like chew sunflower seeds or chew big league chew. Like it was invented so that they wouldn't pan to the camera and the pitcher wouldn't be moving his dip around in his mouth.
I mean,
So
they
shout
were
out
all
to
smoke. MLB players were all smoking cigs in the dugout up
It's
until
true. In the
what?
True.
clubhouse.
The
True.
80s?
All right, real quick
Last
before we
week.
do this pickle.
So last week.
Favorite sunflower seed flavor, go.
Ooh. Pickle. Dill pickle.
Barbecue. That's but I might be forgetting ones, but barbecue.
Mine's a little obscure.
I haven't
Sweet and
tried Coles.
spicy.
I haven't tried smacking sunflower seeds
I would
yet.
say,
Yeah.
well, maybe it'll change with
Also,
smacking.
Nosh,
It will.
if you have all these famous friends, why are we not reaching out for sponsorship opportunities here? Like,
You're
That's
right.
what I said.
These are the best sunflower seeds.
Hmm.
Oh, look, smacking. Oh,
It's good ads. Good
cinnamon
ads.
churro, there it is.
I know. I want to try that one for sure. But they have a lot of good flavors.
Dang,
All
he's
right.
going after David's. Let's go.
Take down the man. Let's see. I feel like it's gotta be Bryson. Stop.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't talk about too many MLB players this day, but yeah, podcast legend. We did mention him. It's
Oh wow,
it's a lefty righty. Okay.
Lefty, righty from the AL East or NL East?
It's Yelich, isn't it?
I was gonna
Oh.
say it literally could be not USA though.
Oh, it's not
Hmm.
USA. Is it Luis Arias? Newly transformed.
Ooh.
Oh no, he's
He's
about
probably
the
a
same.
second baseman, isn't he?
Yeah. He's the same age too.
We could get
No,
the
no, no,
team
no,
out
no.
of the
We
way.
can just go with a different lefty righty. There's so many. Let's stay with the Brewers. How about I don't know if the Brewers have any non-USA lefties.
I was to say their lefty righties are not. They're all American.
All right, how about Joey Votto?
Joey Votto.
That would be crazy. Oh,
He's not even in the pickle? Aw.
No, not active.
Rip. Okay. We're struggling.
ooh, wow.
Okay.
Nothing like.
Just think NL Central, NL Central. We got how about the Pirates? O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah, like that.
Boom.
He's
It's
too
him.
close in age, isn't he? Okay, so it's the NL West. Look at that.
All right.
Easy enough.
There we go.
NL West. Okay.
I was just
NL
watching the
West.
Giants Yankees game today. Giants were winning the whole game and the Yankees came back.
Oh, is it wait, wasn't it Tyro Estrada last week?
Estrada's a righty.
Is he?
Yes.
How about Ezekiel Tovar?
Yeah,
Oh,
Tovar.
shortstop though. Shortstop.
Also a righty.
Right.
He's also probably older too, guys.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, you're right.
West.
Oh, man.
You know
NL
what? It
West.
could be
Also
a
there's-
pitcher. We aren't thinking about pitchers.
Oh,
It's
you're
true.
right. It could be a pitcher.
Throws righty pitcher. How about
Wait, what if it's Ketel Marte? Oh wait,
he's a switch
shortstop.
hitter?
He's a second baseman or
Switch hitter.
shortstop.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
We can always try to get the team.
Yeah. Okay, that. Let's narrow it down.
What team should we go for?
Oh my God.
Let's try Diamondbacks. Let's Marte. We could do another Diamondback.
Who's a pitcher on the Diamond? Oh yeah, Goriel. Sure. Okay. Well.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
so he's
so he is
older.
older.
31, 31 probably.
Okay.
Yep. Not on the Diamondbacks. Is he a Dodger? A Padre?
It's not Otani, is it? Are we
Wait.
stupid?
Oh.
It could be Otani. Yeah, it's Otani. Dang it.
Oh my God, we're so dumb. Oh, so we need to stop the podcast. We're done.
It's literally showing him time. Okay.
We're done.
All right.
It's literally
We're
Otani.
cooked. We got last
Hey,
week in 3 and the one before in 3, right?
Four isn't too bad. 4 isn't too bad.
No.
4 is bad for Otani. We were
We kind
like
of forgot. We kind of
Luis
forgot about Otani.
Arias. Ooh, is it a pitcher? Ooh.
We did kind of forget about Otani. Sorry, man. Sorry,
For
Otani.
the
Wow.
for the things that we did know, the jump from what we did to Otani is pretty impressive. We
Yeah,
didn't know
that's
that we didn't know the team, we didn't know the nation, we barely knew his age.
It's
So
true.
that's hey, pat ourselves on the back. Don't be
It's
so
true.
hard on ourselves.
It
You're
could have
right.
been like
You're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There we
All
go.
right.
It was Otani.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
It's always
Shohei,
Otani.
the man. Well, there you have it. Let us know what you thought about our Little League stories. Let us know your Little League stories. I bet there's some pretty incredible Little League stories out there in the world. Let us know. Don't forget to leave us a rating wherever you are listening to our podcast. Check out the social medias. Go subscribe to us on YouTube. And yeah, we hope you liked it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your support as always. Until next week, you just attended batting practice. Now you're ready to get in the game. Peace.